Hello everyone, so I just want to make a quick tutorial video about how to set up your differential in AMS2. Many people ask this and they don't fully understand how the values work in AMS2, so let's dive straight into it. As an example, I use my setup in Imola in Formula V10 Gen 2, which means basically season 2001 Formula 1 cars. So I start the first value. Obviously there's a power ramp and coast ramp and preload. And which is different in AMS2 is the value is told by ramp angle, not in percentage. So it means the higher value you got in coast or power, the less lock you have, and counterwise, the lower value you have in power or coast, the more locking you have in that section. And preload is only value that goes like in other sims. More value means more lock in preload. So how does these values affect on cornering? Let's start from the corner entry at the first. So when you're entering the corner, after jailbreaking, you usually lift and coast, and that's where the coast value steps in. So if you are getting all the time too much lift of oversteer, you do wanna lower the value to get more lock and obviously less lift of oversteer. But if you end up having understeer on a corner entry already, you wanna raise the value to get less lock on coast and therefore more lift of oversteer. And then there's preload. So this affects mostly on mid corner and if you end up having understeer or oversteer in there, this is the value to tweak for. So let's say if you have understeer mid corner, you wanna raise this value to get more lock. But if you end up having all the time snappy oversteer on mid corner, you do wanna lower the value to get less lock on preload section. Then there's last but certainly not the least, the power value. This affects mainly on corner exit when you on the accelerator, when you're accelerating out of the corner. And if you want more oversteer here, if you want that outside wheel spin as well, you wanna decrease the value to get more lock. And if you counterwise want to less oversteer, if you're already having too much oversteer, car sliding all the time, you wanna raise the ramp angle value here to get less lock on power. In this example, the car has traction control and also there's electronics to how you can adjust the engine braking. So this affects quite a lot and are very different in some other cars. So you need to notice that also when adjusting the differential. And here example V10 is natural aspirated engine, so you got lots of compression in the engine, which means pretty heavy engine braking already. So the coast value is very essential here. You want to tweak that exactly right. Although power value in here isn't that precise because there's traction control helping you. If you can basically put it quite low and more locking because you will still get too much oversteer due to traction control, which is helping you. And like I said in the beginning of the vid or some point of it, there are also other variables which are affecting cornering, not only the differential but brake bias. You wanna usually take that pretty rear, that you can modulate the rear end by braking, and obviously wheel angles, especially toe angle. If you have zero toe on rear, you get quite much lift of oversteer as well, so you need to consider that as well before adjusting the differential. And obviously wings in higher speed, you need to consider them as well and understand when they are affecting or whether the differential is affecting your driving line. But mainly, in terms of mechanical grip, the differential has a huge role in AMS2. And I hope this video helped you on your setups. So thanks for watching and see you in the next videos. See ya!